Hello, this is Tom Stiles, and this is Tom's Radio Room Show. And we're back in the park to do some field testing, and I noticed this tree here has been apparently hit by lightning. Yeah, look at that scar all the way down from the top. So, since I was here last, it got zapped by lightning. So anyway, what we want to do today, and I'm going to set the camera over here. Try not to drop it or turn it off. There we go. Let's see what we got here. The sun has finally broke through the clouds. It was badly overcast earlier, and I had everything set up, and I started recording a show, and my memory stick was full, so I got to start over. So let me rearrange things here. Yep, hold on there. And like I say, I'm in the park that I do a lot of field testing because it has the advantage of there's not any power lines that I can see close by, so I don't get the interference like I get in my office. And anyway, today we're going to test this loop antenna one more time and test it in a totally different environment. It's 9:45 in the morning. It was overcast, but now I looked up after being busy with other things, and all the clouds are gone, which is cool. Okay, so I'm going to set this over here, and I brought two radios with me. I brought the DGen DE22 that I used in my office. And I also brought this. This is the Tecsun PL360, but it's relabeled by CountyCom. But it's the same radio. It's not the latest version. It's a previous version, so it does not have single sideband. So we're going to try those two radios. The advantage of this radio is that it does have an external AM antenna jack. And it actually comes with a little T-shaped antenna, which is, shall I say, missing in action. I couldn't find it today. So anyway, here we go. So we're going to try the station we tried in my office, which was at 590 kilohertz. And one of the people commented that since it's only 40 miles from me, it should be booming in. So we'll see, maybe that the reason I couldn't get it in my office is because I was in my office. So let's turn it on, turn up volume. And it's there, but it's not very strong. Okay, so it's there, but it's kind of weak. Now let's move the loop antenna over here. This is the Tecsun AN-200. Set the radio beside it, tune it. I guess I already had it tuned. There we go. And now we're getting it. We're getting the station. There's been a lot of storms in the area, so you're hearing lightning crashes. Likes to be parallel, apparently. And let's rotate the loop antenna. Best right there. So it's coming in pretty good with using the loop antenna. And the direction of the station is almost perpendicular to the loop right now. That direction. We're going to move the loop away, and it goes away. You can barely hear it. Bring it back. So it does help it. Now, when I was, let me turn this down for a second. When I was trying to shoot this video about a half hour ago, that station was coming in pretty darn good. And now that we're later in the morning, it's not as good, but the loop antenna is helping it come in. So let's try the other radio. This is the radio that I tested in my office, and it's really struggled. This is pretty small, so the built-in AM antenna is probably pretty small. So let's turn it on.
This generation.
And that's 580.
My understanding is where common.
There's 590. So move this away. The volume is up. I'm getting no station whatsoever. Some noise and lightning crashes, but nothing. So we'll try the loop. Look at that. Huge difference. Yeah, there went all my papers. Big difference. So, the loop is definitely helping that radio. And now I'll have to get up for a second and go pick up all my papers. Stand by. All of a sudden the breeze came up. We're going to have to tie everything down here. Ugh. There's always something that goes wrong. It never fails. Like I said earlier, I was shooting the same show, and I noticed the camera was off. And it turns out I forgot to delete some files, so the memory stick had filled up. Okay, let me set this underneath the box here. There. Where were we? Okay. So it definitely helped this radio. So let's try. But that station is only 40 miles. And one person commented that I should get that station with no problem since it's only 40 miles. Okay. Let's try a station that's a little further away. And what I tried earlier was Orlando, and where'd it go? Oh, it's way up here. Okay, it's at 580. So let's go down to 580.
Point has been reached with the
well, unfortunately, the station
that will come upon this generation and the planes.
The station at 570 is, which is very close. I think it's within 25 miles. Is bleeding over to 580, so I can't try 580. So I gotta try a different. Let's try 730. Let's just try 730. What the heck? Okay, there's 730. The volume is still up. Well, I turned it down a little bit. Okay, the volume is up. I'm getting absolutely nothing. And that is 730 is 100 miles from me. So let's see if the loop helps me. Oh, now we got a plane flying overhead. It's not been my morning. Okay. it is. Turn the volume up some more. Volume's at max. Okay, the volume is really low, but it's clear. And that's Spanish. And this is what the listing says. Probably doesn't tell me. No, it just says it's a talk radio. But that's Spanish. So I'm not positive that that's that station. Now note, I got nothing with the radio by itself, away from the loop antenna. I got nothing. Come over to the loop. I'm getting something. Okay, let's try a different station that's better for me, because I don't speak Spanish. 740 is, well, actually there's two stations at 740, so I don't want to use a station that there's, or a frequency that there's two stations on and one close by, because that'll confuse me. Okay, let's try something else. Now 770 is a Spanish station. Whoa. Yeah. That's definitely Spanish. Now that's 102 miles from me. If I take the loop away, it's almost gone. Big difference. And that's 100 miles. Now, let me see what's the maximum one I can find here. Here's 162. But there's two stations on that frequency. I don't want to use that. Trying to find, here's 130 at 920. And it says that's the only station on 920. Let me try that. Okay. I do hear something, and it's a religious station. Let me see what the listing says. 920 is religious station, 130 miles. So I'm hearing something. When I get it the strongest, it's got the loudest noise. So let's try the antenna. We'll have to retune it. There we go. Considerably stronger. Considerably stronger. I move it away. It's not too bad. Much stronger. So this antenna is really doing a good job of bringing in those distant stations now that I've gotten it out of my office. Now the other thing I did is I brought a cable, and this is a mono cable, it's not a stereo cable, which somebody suggested that this should be using a mono cable. But unfortunately, what's confusing is the antenna came with a stereo cable. I got the wind again. So let me turn this off, because this has no external antenna jack. This one does have an external jack, and we'll just go to that, what did I say it was, 9? No, I don't know. $930. Is that right? Let me turn this on, it'll tell me. Gosh, memory is gone. No, yes, 9:30. Okay, let's turn to 9:30. Yep, went right past it. Okay, there's 9:30. We'll turn the volume up. Not much. I don't think that's the same station. Let's try the loop without the cable. There we go. I don't know if that's the same station. Turn the volume down. Let's turn this back on.
Helps to reveal the stories of listeners across the country who are dealing with life's challenges. The stories are often unique, yet often they can be your story. Struggles with marriage, dependencies.
Oh, that's 9:20. At least it is right now. So let's go to 9:20. I thought this sounded a little different. Let's go to 9:20. You tune this. What about there? Now, that's not coming in hardly at all. And that's 9:20, and let me turn this one on. Make sure. I changed it when I turned it on. Okay, what happened to this? Well, let's try to see if I got it detuned here. Turn this one off. Well, maybe I inadvertently changed the frequency. What a turkey I am. I'm not getting anything now. Of course, the conditions change too. Gosh, it's almost like this is not even on. And I got full volume. There is nothing on that frequency. Oh, that was 130 miles. Let's try 900. I'm sorry for the confusion here. 900.
Calvary Community Church in Tampa, Florida.
That should be a talk show. And I'm not getting anything. Yeah, Tampa, Florida. Yeah, that's the problem is there's so many AM stations here in the Tampa Bay area that, you know, when I'm attempting to get a station that's a long distance, I could end up getting something that's local on the same frequency. So let's go back, and I'm going to go up at the top of the band now that I've confused everybody, including myself. And let's see what we have at the top of the band. It's far away. And trying to find, again, one that there's not another station close by on the same frequency. Which, I'm going to go way to the top of the band. You know, my previous attempt at doing this video was perfect. Unfortunately, I didn't have enough memory in the camera stopped recording. It's always something. Okay, here's one. I don't think I can get it. It's Marco Island's 160 miles. And it's at 1660. So let's go up there. I like this radio, but I wish I had a keypad so you could just punch in the frequency. 1660. Turn the volume up. Turn this one off or down. Okay. So it got nothing. Probably won't get anything. Okay, so I gotta retune this. It's way off now. Yeah, there goes my papers. God. Okay, I'm not picking up anything. Okay, there's where it's tuned. And where did I say that station was? I don't know. Probably a different direction. Nope, can't pick it up. Now, here's a good chance to try the cable. I'm going to try the cable. I like using the cable because then I can move the antenna pretty freely. And this radio has the advantage, it does have an external AM antenna jack. Okay, so we can set the radio, set it on its side. There, it won't fall down. And I'm going to retune this. Apparently it's right on there. But I'm not picking up anything. So let's try it a different one. Let's try tuning down the band. Okay, there's something weak there. We'll retune the antenna. Yeah, there's something. Audio is pretty weak. Turn the volume up. Okay, it's full volume. And not really hearing much of anything. There we go. There's something. Okay, there's 970, which is totally off this frequency that I've got tuned in. And I guess that's one of the disadvantages of this loop antenna is it has this tuning knob. And so you can tune in a totally different frequency than what the radio is listening to. And if it's a strong signal, like that is, 970 is right here in the Tampa Bay area, it will overdrive the radio and it'll blast it in on a different frequency. So that's one of the disadvantages. Now I think what I'll do is turn this off. Turn that off. I think what I'll do is I did get about 15 minutes of recording earlier this morning, and I was seeing marked differences between the radios by themselves and using the loop antenna. So I think I will go ahead and release that partial video to show you that, and then I'll release this video where I'm totally frustrated because the band conditions are changed and I'm out of control. I'm just basically out of control. So anyway, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.